everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Plug In. We've got more information about the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, some news regarding Forza Horizon 5, and more. So without further ado, let's plug in. Kicking off our episode for today, we finally have some new information regarding the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. Now previously, we knew that this was going to unlock the Nintendo 64 and Sega Genesis selections on top of the existing Switch Online libraries, which right now are the SNES, NES. I did make a mistake last time I talked about this with the Sega library, so I do want to clarify that real quick, and that was mixing up Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Sonic 1, and that is because I haven't played a lot of the Sonic games in full, so therefore I couldn't make the connection of which one it exactly was. But anyway, this new information came from an Animal Crossing New Horizons Direct, and it revealed additional content as well as a very controversial topic, which is the price of the expansion pack. Now as I just said, it was announced during the Animal Crossing Direct, which aired this week on the 11th of October, I believe. But I'm not going to cover that because I don't play Animal Crossing, so I don't know who any of the characters are, significances of all the stuff that was featured, but I do want to say it sounds like there was a lot, so if you're an Animal Crossing fan, hopefully you're looking forward to that. Now near the end of this Animal Crossing Direct, it was announced that the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will have Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis, and will provide this upcoming Animal Crossing DLC. This expansion pack also has the ability to purchase two themed controllers of the N64 and the Sega Genesis consoles. These can be bought from the Nintendo store/website, but only if you have Switch Online. The controversial part of all this, however, is that the price for the Online Plus expansion pack was revealed as well. Now as of right now, the expansion pack will cost about $50 US for 12 months, and this is controversial because the current Switch Online plan is about $20 US for the same amount of time. It should also be noted here that all of the other controllers that are available through Nintendo Switch Online, so the SNES and the NES, are also $50 each, as well as the N64 and the Sega Genesis one when those come out. I may do a breakdown and comparison between the two versions of the Switch Online at a later episode once the expansion pack is fully available, so I'm not going to get too far into that right now, especially since we don't know all the games that they plan to add for the libraries aside from what's been announced. So with that out of the way, let's move into Forza Horizon 5. Now if you weren't aware, some people were recently given early access builds for showcasing the beginning parts of the campaign. These videos can be found on YouTube, and don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything because I didn't watch them all in full myself, but in case any of you haven't seen them yet, I'm not going to spoil them. But what I am going to say about them, however, is that this game looks stunning. I saw a lot of footage just from various places going around Twitter and YouTube when these happened. But I do want to say everything that I saw was, in quotes, set to the performance mode, which means that it was running at 1080p with 60 frames per second. And apparently the non-performance mode is 4K and then something else that I'm forgetting right now. I did see quite a few different environments from these videos, and I can say that the game had zero issues with lag or loading or any of that, and I cannot wait for the official release so that I can play it. I've been playing a lot of Forza Horizon 4 lately thanks to Game Pass, and honestly, that game looks great on the Series S, so I can only imagine what Forza Horizon 5 is going to look like when it fully comes out. And to wrap up today's episode, I have a general quick PSA for anybody who is hunting for some of the consoles. I recently was in my local Walmart and saw that this exact store had about 9 Series S, around 3 or 4 regular Switches, about 2 or so Switch Lite models, and one of the OLED models, which was the white one, currently in stock. These were all in the video game/electronics section depending on how your Walmart lays things out, and at my store specifically, there were no PS5s or PS5 digitals in the store. But if you are looking for either a Series S or any variant of the Switch console, it may be worth taking a look at yours if you have one nearby. And it's time to unplug once again. If you like what we do here, then be sure to share it with your friends. And if you happen to have missed any of our previous episodes from either this season or season 1, you can find them wherever you're listening to this one at just by searching for Edinburgh Now Podcasts. And for the Plug-in Podcast, like usual, I'm Cade McChesney, goodbye, and have a great night.